snow. From the highest mountain to the bottom of the ocean, yeah. Our song is running like a river. Let the current take us there. We've got the melody to set us free, singing destiny. We've got the melody to set us free, singing destiny.
Finesse flipping, that is just how you do it. That's how you do it. Gonna look at the technique today. What is finesse flipping? Good morning my viewers, welcome back to the channel. As the title suggests, this morning we're gonna look at what is finesse pitching and flipping. Now when you think of flipping and pitching, to the guys who are used to bass fishing and know what we are talking about, we think of heavy line like 50-pound braid and heavy rods, heavy action rods with big flipping hooks and big baits flipping into heavy cover. But when we talk about finesse pitching and flipping, then we talk about very small baits, very light rods, especially in the situation where I found myself in here behind me, where you have cover, you have small reeds, it's short distance, it's hand-to-hand combat basically with the fish. So I'm going to show you the rod and reel and line and things I'm using and the bait when we talk about finesse fishing. What I found was when I was using heavy 1/4 ounce weights like this big ones, you see the 1/4 ounce weight, this is the youth pitching and flipping, and but I found was when I was pitching and flipping into the fish, like it was scared of the weight, the sound it made when it hit the water drove them off. So I decided during a week that let me finesse down, let me make my things smaller, the baits and the weights and things smaller. What happened was that because of fishing pressure also, over weekends Boskop Dam is very busy. You find a lot of people casting and throwing heavy baits and things. So finessing down, making things smaller, get you more bites. So first let's look at the hardware, let's look at the rod. I know this doesn't, if you look at the rod you will say flipping and pitching with this rod, that doesn't sound right, but this is why I used this rod. This was because it was easy, I was more accurate with my flips and with my pitching, especially with the pitching into a little bit further, it made it more accurate and I could control the fish better because it had such a good action on it. So the rod is a column rod. This is an old rod. This is my first bass fishing rod I ever got when I started. This one is the length is a 6.6 inch, 1.98 meters, and it's a medium action rod. The lure weight is a 1/8 to a 3/4 ounce, and then the line capacity, it says 8 to 20 pounds. So on this one I've got 20-pound braid, straight through 20-pound braid. You see there's the difference already, scaled down on the braid. And then I've got a bait casting reel on here. It doesn't matter what heat of the reel, because as it is close quarters. And then we look at the terminal tackle side. This is where the difference comes in. Very small weights. Here I've got a 1/16 ounce, 1.8 grams, and then this side, this is the weight I was using most of the time. This is a 1/8 ounce but 3.5 gram. So you buy the outcast ones, you get them in different colors, June buck, and so they fit nicely with the baits you are using. Talking about the hooks, this is where usually you'll use flipping and pitching hooks. I was using this ones, the EWG in a size 1, very small hook. You can see when you look at the hook, it's very small hook, because the bait you are using is going to be small. You can also use the megabyte size 1 hook, the megabytes, and then bait wise, one of the baits that was very productive was the Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver, and this one was the penetration color, black and blue color with some gold flake in it, you see. And then another bait that I was using is, this is the pit boss from Power Bait. This is one of the baits we were using that was very successful. Yesterday I caught a nice one on it. And then other baits you can look at, it's like your Z-Man, the smaller baits. This is the baby goat. You can also use the Z-Ops from Zoom, very small baits. This is your smaller baits that you can use. And then also gummy stops, you use gummy stops to pin the bait. And then if you compare the baits that you usually use for pitching and flipping, like this is your bigger baits, if you compare the baits and you look at the size, you can see Finesse, it's slowing down, your presentation is much easier and it's lighter for the fish to pick up the bait, and doesn't get scared with a big bulky bait that's hitting the water. This is very soft. So I'm going to show you now how we pitch the baits and how we flip the baits. Him to get the bait, because most of the fish, they hug the cover area where we are. So I'll be flipping my bait close to the reeds and start moving in a direction. It's systematic. You flip, and I'll show you now what I do when I flip. Is I flip the bait in. Okay, that's not a perfect flip. Wait for it. Shake, wait for it and take it out. And then move to the next cover. In the bank, we've got some grass on the edge here. Ideal conditions here is to flip it on that edge, just like that. Perfect flip. Wait for it. Shake, wait for it. You can shake it a few times there and then you take it out. So the next one, as you flip the edge, is a little bit closer, because they come around, they go around the corner there. Shake, don't catch anything, take it out. You don't sit on the bait, you don't wait. It's fast, it's systematic. Look at it. You see two reeds, you put it in between the two reeds, close to it. As long as it's close to it, shake, and out. Systematic. You look at your cover, you already, once you flip into one area like that, you already look at the other area where the next flip will go. So like I'm looking at this one, I flipped it in there, I already made a new target. What I've done is I decided that is my next target. One, shake, nothing, take it out. It's just amazing. So you're going to move down the bank with this technique. You see there? And the reason I call it finesse flipping is because the bait and the weight is so small, and when you flip it in, instead of casting it in, it's going to make a light splash in the water, and that makes the big difference. Because everybody is casting and the worms are falling on top of the surface, heavy, and it disturbs the fish. You see? Look at how light that one fell in. I just shot it short because there's a hole in the grass here. If you can see it from here, you'll see there's a hole there, and they like going into the grass there. Like there's a hole behind the reeds. Shake. And I think I lost one. He took me around the reeds. You saw where I flipped in? I flipped in and As I flipped it in, I flipped behind, the bait came around this side. It means he swam out with the bait and he was here. He didn't even pull it, he just tight lined me here. And that is the effectiveness of flipping and finesse flipping. It's light and it's easy to do. Ja, eventually werkt die flip. Ja, dis nou 'n struggle geweest om hom te flip. Okay. Yeah. Another success with a flipping bait.